This footage courtesy of NFL Game Pass, Ike. Last play of the game, Big Ben trying to find rookie tight end Pat Freiermuth. But look at this play. The Vikings bring 5 pass rushers against the Steelers, and watch the blitz pickup of Najee Harris off Big Ben's left hip on this play. But I want to turn things over to you now, Ike Taylor. What did you see on this play?
The fact that you're saying Najee pass protect tells me you're watching a lot of good football and you know football, because usually your typical fan don't know that part, pass blocking and seeing how important that is. That's the second time you brought that up about Najee pass blocking at crucial times in the game, so that's good eyes on you. Now, this play is from a perfect position. Of course, this is the play that Freiermuth had dropped the ball, but at the same time, if y'all can just look, and I've talked about Ben, I expressed how I felt about Ben this year, but I tell you what, when it was time to come back and give your team opportunity against the Vikings to come back last year, that's exactly what Big Ben did. We're going to break down this was supposed to be touchdown, but we're gonna really concentrate on Big Ben, man, because Big Ben dropped this ball where nobody else can drop this ball at, and give the Pittsburgh Steelers an opportunity to try to win the ball game. But it's trips right. What I mean by trips right, fans and viewers, if y'all listening, if you're in Big Ben position, you got 3 receivers to the right. As you can see Freiermuth and Claypool next to each other. Wide out is Devontae Johnson, and on the left-hand side by himself is James Washington. So can we run this play? Pause it. So Big Ben already know where he's going. So what the Vikings doing, they showing a two-shell look. Two-shell look is 2 safeties sitting on top so nothing gets deep on either one of the hashes, and they're playing underneath. So man underneath is, when you see 2 safeties high, man underneath, if somebody says that, you just understand that they're playing everything underneath the wide receivers. So they have to protect the inside and make everything go outside. And the reason why you protect the inside, because you make one of these throws hard. Now, if you look up top where Freiermuth is at, the tight end, he ran like a post seam. So he running a post seam. As you can see, they have the triangle on Freiermuth. So you got the 2 safeties sitting at the top, and you got the linebacker underneath. And this ball has to be perfect. Can we run the tape?
Yeah, look how tight this window Big Ben threads the needle. We're going to pause it again here, Ike.
Yeah. I mean, we was watching him before the show, and all I kept saying was, oh, my gosh. he threw it when he wasn't even breaking yet. He threw it at a spot. Now we understand between clutch games between Big Ben and Freiermuth, why they're always on the same page, why they're always looking for each other in these kind of moments. Because, man, Ben dropped this ball, and he understood Freiermuth was going to be in the place where he needed to be to have an opportunity to catch this ball. But if you just look at the triangle that was wide at first, now it then closed in, and if you could just run the tape, 7 placed that ball where nobody else can place this ball. And you can see it right here. I mean, and they say it's a game of inches. If Harrison, number 22 for the Vikings, didn't come over there and punch that ball out as soon as he caught it, it might have been something different, because I feel like he had an opportunity. If he would have got hit by the corner right here by Alexander, if he would have got hit, he would have been able to shield it if it wasn't for Harrison. But we always talk, man, game of inches, and 7 couldn't put this ball in a better spot.
Ike, what I wanted to ask you about as a fellow defensive back, Harrison, the Vikings safety, knocks the ball out. He's a 5-time Pro Bowler. But what I wanted to ask you was, on this play, what is the difference as a defensive back if you hit the ball down against an opposing receiver versus if he would have tried to jar the ball loose by punching up?
Oh, that would have been tough to do. What Harrison just did to knock that ball out, it was perfect timing. As soon as he got his left foot down on the ground, Freiermuth got left foot down on the ground. Harrison already knew somebody was going to come in and hit the ball. So let me get an opportunity to punch it. And he placed and punched and hit it at the perfect time.
And I'm happy that Big Ben at least threw the ball into the end zone, because I know the two outside receivers, Deontay Johnson and James Washington, are just running fade routes, harder to complete the outside pass. But then in the slot, Chase Claypool runs what's called an X route, where he fakes the slant but then pivots back outside, throwing the ball underneath. If he throws to Claypool in that scenario, and you can see that from this view here, I don't know. I think the defenders converge on Claypool, and he doesn't have enough space to get into the end zone. So I credit Big Ben here. Even though this ball wasn't completed, he threw it in the perfect window and at least gave the Steelers a chance on the final play of the game. Now, had they scored, they'd have also needed a 2-point conversion to tie the game. But considering that you had a 29-point deficit and it came down to the final play, I think says a lot about the Steelers' determination in coming back in this game. One other thing I want to say, too. I want to erase this narrative immediately of saying, well, Pat Freiermuth might not be a clutch player, considering he also had a fumble in the Detroit Lions tie earlier this season. He's as sure-handed as they come. He leads NFL tight end rookies with touchdowns with 6, 43 catches on 57 targets. This would have been a Pro Bowl, all-pro caliber play, a play I might expect him to make later in his career. He's going to take it hard. He's going to try to come back and get better. I want to erase any doubts to say, oh, Freiermuth's not a clutch player, because I would have either wanted the ball to go to him, or I'd have wanted the ball, maybe a jump ball to Chase Claypool in the end zone. You're two big targets. And again, at least the Steelers had a chance on the final play, especially considering the deficit they faced earlier in the game.
Yeah, Freiermuth, he all the way good in my book. He's still a baby. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why people, if they got something to say something about him. He's still a baby. You just broke down the stats, Mark. You said the man had 6 touchdowns. He's leading all the tight ends with the touchdowns as a rookie. Like, what he can't do? You know what I'm saying? The man block. That's the first thing Coach Tomlin asked, you know. Hey, Freiermuth, he's a hell of a tight end. And this is in training camp with Coach T said, I know he can catch. I want to see if he can block. Like, and the man just wind up getting on the field. He is TJ Watt on the defensive side. Every time Big Ben go for a clutch guy, every time we need to play, guess where he go? He's just been Mr. Consistent. It's been Freiermuth. So that's my TJ Watt on the opposite side. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like TJ is that guy. But when Freiermuth, when he gets down to that, when you need to play on the offensive side and we get in that red zone, this is the play right here. So I'm gonna give the young man the mulligan on this one, you know, because he has been another consistent guy throughout the season for the Pittsburgh Steelers as a rookie, though. You know, it's hard to come in as a rookie, not only just get in the game sometimes, but hell, start. You know, now we haven't heard from Eric Ebron. You know what I'm saying? Like,
in a contract year too, I might add.
He's the guy. This young man, I don't care about the drop. It was Harrison punched the ball out. He got hit. I care more about the fight that the Pittsburgh Steelers showed in the second half.